So it's been about 6 years since I did a video on the Ozark Trail tent cot, and I was new to YouTube and it wasn't that great of a video, so I figured I'd do another one coming up. So if you've been to the channel before, you'll know that I tow a fifth wheel with my 2017 Tacoma. Now I know what you're thinking, it's just a little guy, it's only about 21 feet long, and it's about 4,500 pounds empty and 6,700 pounds GVW. But on these shorter trips, when it's just gonna be a night or two, I don't like to haul that big thing up here because yes, it is still a Tacoma, and I'm doing about 45 miles an hour up steep grade in Arizona. So instead of it taking about 2.5 hours to get up to my campsite, it takes closer to 3.5 hours. I also have to take the long way in, so that adds more time there too. I also burn about twice as much gas. I usually go through 2 tanks pulling the trailer instead of less than 1 tank without it. So I like having something that is quick and easy to set up, and this tent cot fit the bill. For the most part, the bag has been holding up, although I did lose one of my straps. That came off of this side, so that kind of sucks, but not the end of the world. The rest of the bag is holding up. In that first video, I did not show the setup, so that's one of the things I wanted to cover in this video. Might be easier to do it on the ground rather than trying to balance it on this table. Comes out of the bag as mostly one piece, so you got the main part of it, the cot, the tent, whatever you want to call it right here, and then you got a rain fly in the bag. I believe there might even be some stakes in here. Yeah, I hear them rattling around. So what I love about it is that it just kind of flops open. It's really easy. So as we unfold it, the legs kick out and kind of open up all at the same time. For the most part, it's already kind of set up. So you just kind of straighten out the legs. And then we extend these ends. It's pretty much set up. A couple of finishing touches like tightening these straps. There we go. We could sleep in it just like that if we wanted to, without the rain fly. If you're sleeping on a night where it's just nice and clear, no rain, you're ready to go. So in the other video, I just showed it and it had the rain fly on it, so you couldn't really see a whole lot in it. That's why I wanted to do another video, do a better video, probably with better audio as well. I would like to say that my YouTube videos have improved since then, which is why I want to do another video on it. So we have the bug mesh screen here to try and hopefully keep some of the bugs out. It's got 3 doors. It's got one on this side, it's got a matching one on the other side, and then it's actually got one on the end over here. I typically don't use this one. It would be kind of awkward to try and slide in there because it would be easier to slide in there head first and then I got to turn around because I put my head at this end. I guess theoretically you could put your head at that end, but I don't know why you would. And then here's that matching door. On the end, it's just enclosed. For zippers, we got one that goes along the bottom. And then one around the top. You do have toggles here, so you can roll it up and get it out of the way, keep it from flopping on the ground. On the inside here, we got a pocket there and a pocket over there, and that's the other end. And this is the view laying down. And here's a little bit of an extra tip. Get yourself one of these pieces of outdoor carpet, AstroTurf, whatever you want to call it. They have them at Lowe's and Home Depot. That's where I've bought them. They're 6 foot by 8 foot, lightweight and easy to take around with you. And then you have a nice little area to step outside of the cot onto somewhere that's not just like pine needles and dirt. I'm sure they have them on Amazon as well. If I find one on Amazon, I'll put a link in the description to help you out. And this is what it's like when I lay down in here. For reference, I'm 5'10" and I weigh about 135 pounds. I got plenty of room side to side, and I got at least like a foot above me. My feet aren't all the way at the bottom either. If I slide up, I can sit all the way up in here, but if I just sit straight up, then my head does touch the screen a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and install the rainfly so you can see what that looks like on the cot. So this is what it looks like with the rainfly installed. I didn't put that back up, so it's just hanging out the bottom. The rainfly has the same 3 doors matching the screen doors. So we got the big one here. We got a large flap on the back side. And the same one over here. To install it, you just pull it down over the 4 posts. But I do find that you got to unzip one side or the other, doesn't matter, in order to relieve it enough to get it on up over the posts. Then you can pull it tight and zip it back down. There are some clips that clip onto the legs here. And you could tie it off if you want to. I never have. I've never found a need to. Down at the end here, we do have a vent held in with Velcro, and then there's like a little, I don't know, arm if you want to call it, that will kind of push it outwards. And again, another tie off that I've never used. But maybe I'll try it on this trip, because why not? I might just try it. I don't really need it. It's not windy. And I don't think it would make it any more stable or anything. Yeah, I don't see a need to. But it's got ties at the 4 corners. Now here comes my, I guess, single complaint, if you want to call it that. It's got this like skylight window thing here, which is cool in theory, but mine has since fogged up and I can't really see through it anymore. It was nice at first because I could see the sky, but now I can't really see through it. Here's the other issue. Let me get this open here. Again, zipper on the bottom. Zipper around the top, and it's got the same toggles so you could tie it back. Roll it up and tie it back. So you do also have a flap to close it up if you don't want it to be open. But the problem with that is now you have an interruption instead of the smooth rainfly. So condensation will build up on here, it'll run down the rainfly, collect on this, and then drip right down onto you. So I'll have a line of wetness going right across here, and it could end up dripping on my face or just on my sleeping bag, getting it significantly wet. I was hoping with this having a sloped roof that it would just run down and then go off the end of it because there's a gap at the end between the rain fly and the actual cot, but that has not been the case. So condensation will collect on the inside here and rain back down on you. So that's not so cool, but that is my only complaint. I wouldn't call it a complaint, but I do wish the rainfly edge came down just a little bit lower because it does kind of interfere with the actual cot just a little bit. I feel like it comes up just a couple inches too high, but I wouldn't call that a complaint, maybe a nitpick at most. And the rainfly does not have any additional pockets, if you are wondering that. So this has been more than adequate to serve my needs on short camping trips. I've even slept in here with multiple dogs. I've also slept in it down to I think the 20s. I don't know if I've been as low as the teens. When I do that, I usually have several heavy, like comforter style blankets in my sleeping bag and stuff like that. And I usually stay pretty warm in there. So shortly after I did the first video on this, they disappeared everywhere. I was able to find them on Amazon, eBay, Walmart. All of them had this tent cot, and then they just disappeared all over the place. Like, couldn't find it anywhere. Before I doing this video, I have found them in stock at Walmart. I did not check eBay. I checked Amazon. I did not find them there. This is my sleeping bag here. It may seem a little excessive, and you'd be right, it is. I bought it at Sportsman's Warehouse, and it's like 7 in 1. So it's two sleeping bags zipped together, so you can sleep in multiple different layers, and you could unzip it, use them separately. You could unzip them completely, zip them together, and have one big giant sleeping bag. Yes, it is excessive. But on cold nights, I really appreciate it. And I have been accused of glamping, and I can't argue with that. So this is the Ozark Trail tent cot. This is what I'm going to be sleeping in for the next couple of nights, and we'll catch you on the next project. See ya.